Again and welcome back. Today we will go further with the network knowledge. So at this session we will learn about network components, network representation and topologies, and lastly the common type of network. So let's go on. We have to understand that we live in a global online community. To be part of that, all our computers, tablets, or even smartphone must be connected to network, and the last one needs to be connected to the internet. All devices or all computers connected to a network and participate directly in the network communications are called and classified as hosts. Hosts can be called even end devices. Some hosts are called clients and some hosts are called servers. Hosts that are called clients request information or services from the servers, and they will display the information obtained by them. And servers are computers with software that allow them to provide information or service to other end devices, in this case to the clients. Each service requires separate server software. And remember that a server can provide service to many different clients. Another important component to the network, as we mentioned at the host, are end devices. End devices are more familiar by people comparing to other network devices. As we mentioned before, each end device uses a unique address to communicate with other end devices. And you have to understand that they use the address of the destination end devices to specify where to deliver the message. An end devices can be a source or a destination. A source end device is the device where the message is originated, and the destination end device is the device where the message needs to be delivered. Great. So let's go on with the other components to the network. So we said hosts and devices, and another one that is very important are intermediary devices. The intermediary devices connect the individuals, even multiply individuals, and to the network. The intermediary network device provides connectivity and ensure that data flows across to the network. They use the address of the destination end device to determine the path that message should take through the network. Intermediary network device provides some functions as they regenerate and retransmit the communication signals. They will maintain information about what pathway exists through the network and internet, so the message can be delivered from the source to the destination. They will notify other devices in the network of errors and common failure. So for example, they direct data to the others and they will show to them if a link failure. And if a link will fail, what they will do? The other function that they do is they will find an alternate path to deliver this message. They will also classify and direct message according to the priorities that they have. And that is very important, and we will learn them later. Another function of them is that they will permit or deny the flow of data based on security. Another important component is network media. So what do we need the network media? Remember this, the media provides the channel over which the message will travel from source to the destination. Modern networks primarily use three types of media to interconnect devices, and these types are: first one, copper, is a metal wires within cable where data is encoded into electrical impulses. The secondary is fiber optic, where a glass or plastic fibers within cables, and in this one the data is encoded into pulses of light. And the last one is wireless. Wireless transmission is data encoded via modulation of specific frequency of electromagnetic waves. And to find which one you have to use when you will create a network, there are some criteria for that. And four main criteria to choose the network media are: what is the maximum distance that the media can successfully carry a signal? Secondly, what is the environment where media will be installed? The third one, what is the amount of data and the speed that need to be delivered? And the last one, the fourth one, what is the cost of media to be installed? So these are the network components. Remember, hosts and devices, intermediate devices, and network media. For each of those, remember the characteristic and the most important things. So the network architect and administrator must be able to show what the network will look like. They need to be able to easily see how components connect to other components and where they will be located. Network diagrams use symbols as below. For the end devices, these are the symbols for desktop computer, laptop, printer, iPhone, wireless tablet, or even telepresence endpoint. For the intermediary devices, this is the symbol for wireless router, the LAN switch, router, a multi-layer switch, and firewall. And for the network media, these are the symbols for the wireless media, LAN media, and WAN media. A diagram provides easy way to understand how devices connect in a large network. Each device to be connected must have a network interface card, which physically connects an end device to a network, a physical port, which is a connector on a network device where media connects to another end device or network devices, and an interface, which is a specialized port on the network devices that connect to individual networks. So remember how the components are represented in the network when you design a network. And mostly this one are shown in the packet tracer that we will see them later. Topology diagrams are mandatory documentation for anyone who works with network. The topology diagrams will provide a visual map of how the network is connected. And based on that, we have two types of topology diagram. The first one is the physical topology diagram. And as you can see, it will illustrate the physical location of end devices, intermediate and cable installation. For example, in the picture shown here, you will see that this is a server room, and we will show the rack that the servers are installed at and in which shelf they will be, even for the switches and the router. And this, for example, shows that this is the IT room and it has a printer and the computer, and these are the classrooms and show the computers that are in each class. And another topology diagram is the logical topology. And in this one, it will be illustrated the devices, ports, and addressing scheme of the network. So as you can see, for the server room, you will see that this is the network and the IP of the network. You will see even with the switch in which interface is connected each server and the interface that is connected to the router, even the router with the switch, and you will see that the IP of the network in the IT office and the IP of the network for the classes, for each class. So you should be able to see the difference and understand the differences between the physical topology diagram and the logic topology diagram, and why those diagrams are very important for anyone who works in the network media. Networks come in all the sizes, and the range of network goes from simple network with 2 computers to a network that connects 1,000,000 devices. And based on the number and the size of the network, we have a small home network. And it's the simplest network when you can share resources as printers, documents, and music among a few local end devices. And we go to another one that is a little bit bigger, which is a small office or home office networks, even called as SOHO network. And in this one, we allow people to work from home or at a remote office. This type of network is mostly used from self-employed workers that use it to advertise the self-product or their supplies or even communicate with their customers. And another type of network that is more larger is the medium to large network. And this kind of network is mostly used in business and large organizations that they use this network to provide consolidation, storage, and access to information on network servers. Many organizations use the network connection to internet to provide product and services to the customer. And another type of network is the worldwide network. And this is a collection of interconnected private and public network. Remember even this. SOHO or SOHO network, many computers will function both as server and client. And this network is even called as peer-to-peer network. So these are the types of networks that come comparing by the size of the devices that are connected together and the function that they have. The network infrastructure vary in many terms, and those terms are the size of the area that will be covered, the number of users that must be connected in the network that you are trying to create and design, the number and the type of the services available. So in this case, you have to find what kind of server and software for the servers, and the area of responsibility. And based on those, you have two common types of the network, and those types of network are local area network and wide area network, as is shown in the picture. The local area network, which is with the red color, is a network that provides access to user and end devices in a small geographical area. As you can see, they are separated from each other there. And one provides access to other network over a wide geographical and which is owned and managed by a large corporation or telecommunication service providers. Internet is a worldwide collection of interconnected networks. Local area networks are connected to each other through the WAN connections. WAN are connected to other WANs, and there are a variety of ways that the WANs are connected to each other, as we mentioned in the slides before, with copper wires, fiber optic cables, or even with a wireless transmission. Need to mention this and remember that Internet is not owned by an individual or group. There are organizations that they have developed to help and maintain the structure and standardization of Internet protocols and processes. So it's not that easy, right? There are some standards that you have to fulfill. There are two other terms similar with the term Internet, and those are intranet and extranet. The intranet is often used to refer a private connection of LANs and WANs that belong to an organization, accessed only by organization members, employees, or others with the authorization. And the extranet is used by organizations to provide secure or safe access to individuals who from different organizations but require access to organization data. For example, a company provides access to outside suppliers or contractors, or a hospital providing a booking system to doctors so they can make appointments to their patients, or even a local office of education providing budget and personal information to the schools in the district. So those can create the secure access for individuals. For example, if my doctor made an appointment for me, I can go and if I have my chart for the hospital, I can go there. I can have access and check when I have even if I can reschedule it or something else. So these are very important, right? So thank you for being with me in this section, and hopefully we will see together at the other one at the next Monday. And please do not forget to subscribe in my YouTube channel, AA Networking, and see you soon, right? Hopefully with other more attractive session as this one. See you soon.